Ask the Trap Lord anything. How do you feel about the whole Bruce Jenner thing winning the ESPY Courage Award instead of these people? First, from what I've read, there is no runner-up at the ESPYs. You either win one or you don't. And while there are definitely more deserving people, sure, it's still an ESPY. Nobody gives a shit about it. The ESPY award show is just a circle jerk anyway. You might as well give these people Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, because those don't matter either. And two, why do we give so much of a shit about some former athlete whose new claim to fame is switching to CrossFit? I mean, it's unfortunate, but let's move on. Would you ever wear compression pants, aka tights? Fuck no. I'd rather just get the surgery. I hear that's popular. Seriously though, most people who buy those pants do so to avoid training harder or fixing their shitty programming. Those people need to go into their closets and grab a rope and then hang themselves. Ricky asks for the next Q&A, if CrossFit were a movie, which one would it be? It would have to be She's the Man starring Amanda Bynes, because every CrossFitter is just a crazy little bitch playing the role of a male athlete. What's your favorite dinosaur? The Traposaurus, of course. However, it's extinct, aka out of print. So my new favorite dinosaur is the Hitchosaurus Rex, the king of hitching. You can find it in the gluten-free dessert section of Whole Foods, or in the kettlebell section of Play It Again Sports. Have you ever had any injuries? What's your take on injury prevention? I've never had any injuries. As far as injury prevention in the sense of lifting weights in the gym as opposed to on the platform, just don't be an idiot. Use proper form, and don't push yourself to the point of injury for some farcical notion of hardcore or beast mode. You can be beast mode in the orthopedic surgeon's office all you want. You're still a fucktard. So again, good form, don't push yourself like a dumbass, and don't surround yourself with dumbasses who are urging you on just because they're not going to suffer for it, and you're in good shape. Or you can be 5'7" with pug leverages like me. That's another way to not get injured. What do your law partners think about your YouTube career? Law practices are variations of faceless corporations, although they're not all corporations. They're some other business entity. They're faceless though. They don't give a shit about people. We're just numbers. I'm not infinite Elgintensity to them. I'm just fucktard lawyer billing X number of hours per year. Similarly, clients don't care. They just see me as fucktard lawyer charging them X number of billable hours per year. So, they don't care. Just think of it this way. Dr. Oz still has a medical license. With all the stupid shit he's pulled on people, I can curse and flex my traps. If you started seeing a girl and you found out she does CrossFit, would you stop seeing her? I'd probably see her end up in the hospital, like the rest of them. I'd sign her cast, I told you so, infiniteelgintensity.com, and then I'd ask one of the Filipino nurses to dump the bedpan all over the girl's head, because I have a reputation to maintain. How long before Rich Piana injects synthol into his scrotum? Well, if you'd watched my video, The Benefits of Shrinkage, you would know that Rich Piana would never do that, because that would make his scrotum bigger, and his junk look smaller. Do you see the logic? Greetings, Trap Bison. Psycho Crusher right in the pussy. What are your thoughts about these waist trainers that are out there? Period. I don't see top-level athletes or bodybuilders using them, but I see fitness gurus use them as the new crack of the fitness industry. Your thoughts? You don't see top-level athletes or bodybuilders using them because they're marketed to fat chicks, and you see fitness gurus use them because they get paid to. They're actually fucking useless. If you take some big mashed potato-shaped bitch and shove her in a waist trainer, when you remove the waist trainer later on, the mashed potatoes will revert to the original shape. The one good thing about waist trainers is that it makes it harder to breathe. So when these dumbasses die of suffocation, they'll make the EMT's jobs much easier. Have any of the YouTubers you've trolled reached out to say you were right in your criticism? Also, is it outside of gym etiquette to give out sports bras to guys wearing stringers? To your first question, the YouTubers I've trolled have never contacted me and said that I was right in my criticism. However, many of the people who watched their videos have, whether they saw their comment in a hate mail video and heard my response, or they watched Exercises in Futility. Some of them have contacted me and said, I used to like this fucktard, and now I don't. That's when I know I'm doing my job right. To your second question, There's nothing wrong with guys wearing stringers. If you want to dress up like a chick, that's your choice. However, instead of handing out sports bras, which is extremely expensive, you should just hand out the link to my apparel store. That way, they might learn how to dress like men again, by wearing t-shirts with dinosaurs and my face on them. Do you feel the fitness YouTube community have cleaned up content to avoid getting free publicity from you? I get way more publicity from them than I give in return, but to answer your question, I think I had something to do with it, yes. Elliot's videos aren't as bad as they used to be from what I understand. Nobody ever recommends them to me anymore. I know there's a lot of pontificating, but not so much bro science nonsense. CT Fletcher hasn't followed through with that master plan certification bullshit. Cali Muscle's Team Soap Droppa never amounted to anything. Jeff's side doesn't talk about that stupid-ass pyramid anymore, so yes, I'm sure I had something to do with it. However, there are some new YouTubers coming up, and if they don't learn their history, they're doomed to repeat it. Now I'm going to answer a hard-hitting question about an important topic that affects us all deeply. A. Do CrossFit for 7 years at a CrossFit gym during peak hours. Or B. Date Caitlyn Jenner for 7 years, aka Bruce Jenner. Don't go finding any Caitlyn Jenner. Got him! Edited, huh? You didn't edit it enough, motherfucker. One more. There. Bruce Jenner switched to CrossFit. I established this earlier in the video, and that is the ultimate sex change. Once Caitlyn Jenner kills herself due to a barbell to the neck, or rhabdo, whichever happens first, I will wait for the body to decompose. Then, I and a team of scientists will date so as to determine the age of the body for 7 years. These traps. Like the video and subscribe to the channel now.
Everybody drugs them body sometime. Everybody tries the gear somehow.